Hey there guys, Decimatus here, back for more Payday 2. We are going to take a look at the skill trees in the wake of the new content updates, the Hoxton Breakout and the Halloween updates. I'm going to be looking at the new Fugitive stuff as well as the status of some of the Ghost skills. As you guys can see, I've kind of got a clean slate going. The big addition with the Hoxton Breakout, obviously, is the Fugitive tree, the new player character, Hoxton. That's the suit. I'm just wearing one of the free masks. Real quick, I will show you guys Hox's mask here. That's the... I don't know if they're trying to imply that that's his same mask that he mangled, because it's burned the same way his face is. So I don't know if he kept it, he held on to it or what, but it's pretty cool. Not for me though. I like the Joker mask personally. So back to the skills. With this new Fugitive tree, it adds a lot of really cool stuff. If you have not gone through it, I urge you to do so. We are going to get started looking at Sixth Sense. So it basically sends out a sonar wave from you every 3.5 seconds, just kind of marking all the people that it comes in contact with. It fades away after time, you move, and it kind of resets, sends another sonar ping out from you after 3.5 seconds. Pretty cool stuff. Like I said, it goes away after a while, so it is a little bit of balance there. Which brings us to the Ace. Being able to pick up items in casing mode is kind of a limited thing. It's pretty cool. Nice to be able to do, especially when there's multiple people, but really you're going to find a lot of use from this with your bank jobs. As you can see, I'm going to walk right in, pick up the keycard, and I can head straight for the cameras now, which is great. Great stuff. Our next big ticket item as far as stealth is concerned is Winston Wolfe. Now some of you guys may know, with the reference to Pulp Fiction, that means we'll be the cleaner here. We're getting shit done. But unlike cleaner, Winston Wolfe says you can carry one additional body bag. Now cleaner says one additional body bag's added to your inventory. Difference there being cleaner takes your one and makes it two. Winston takes your one or two and gives you an extra spot. It doesn't actually fill that extra spot, it just gives you an extra spot. So as you can see, I've spawned with two. I am picking up a third bag. There we go, I've got 3 body bags. And then the acing, I think that's nice. If you're doing a lot of solo play, you're going to kill a lot of people. That's just the nature of the game. If you're going for the zip ties, you've only got 6 of them. So this is almost a decent trade up for the zip ties, because you can utilize the skills here to get yourself further up for these body bags instead of having to use those points in the mastermind tree. So it's a decent toss up. You're playing around with choosing to kill the people versus tying them up. It's almost faster to kill them and move them with body bags, which you will have plenty of. So another really cool addition to this tree is the hidden blade here in the first tier. The ace is really the cool thing about this. It allows you to substitute for the ace of shinobi here. You can save yourself some points. What it allows me to do is bring dead presidents back into my build. I had kind of thrown it out there to spread my points out as much as possible, but now I can actually utilize it. So it's a decent plus. So I'm going to unlock Fugitive here and spend my usual points. I usually do pick up the Sixth Sense Ace, just because I don't really get shot when I'm playing solo stealth. So I utilize the picking up of the key cards much more than I utilize the dodge. So now at this point, you're looking for 4 more. So for me, that's an ace here, and it really is a toss-up for you. It depends on how much of a hybrid build you're really looking to do. The climbing speed's really not bad. honestly, with all of the rest that you've got left, the climbing speed is probably going to be your best bet. Speed is always your goal when it comes to any stealth. So, as you can see, this is now, we're up to this 4th tier here. The big stealth draw for this is the Undertaker. Allows you to base the body bags. That's fantastic. If you've got that aced, that's an extra 6 body bags. That makes Go Bank trivial, almost. Even solo. I mean, as long as you can pull it off without the ECMs, and it's pretty reasonable for you to be able to do so at this point. I think I'm going to be giving that a shot here in the next couple weeks, so keep an eye out for that. I'm going to leave it off at this point, and I'm just going to kind of move around a little bit. There's a couple things that I've been playing around with. One thing for certain with Ghost, there's a couple staples, things that you, in my mind, have to get. I would not play without these, and that's just me. I'm going to spend my extra point here on Dead Presidents, but otherwise I would consider this my core stealth build. I actually don't mind taking the fall damage. I usually will just buy the health pack and use it, so that's why you see me buy that. I think I will save the points and just take the little bit of fall damage. As long as I'm careful and remember to use the health pack, I'm always fine, so it's never a big deal. Usually if you're going to die and you're playing solo, if you're going to fall, if you die from fall damage, you're done anyways. It's usually so much that you'll die anyways. Like the sewers in Shadow Raid, I mean, you can't really avoid that. The roof in Shadow Raid, you can't really avoid that. You can get both these and you're still dead with that. So I take the basic of Shinobi. It's important to note here that if you're not going into Fugitive and you're not taking the Ace of Hidden Blade and you want to play Stealth, you absolutely must have this Ace Shinobi. You've got to have one of those two. That's an essential one for Stealth. You've got to have it. That's one of the must-haves. Chameleon is one that I like. Obviously, I'm doing this as more of a stealth-oriented build, so I'm not getting the aced. 15% less likely to be targeted by a crew when you're close is great when you've got a crew, but when you don't, not so much. It's also better if you need the points to get higher up in the tree, but I don't. I even have the infamy point here, so I don't need to worry about that at all. Sprinter is always good. I would consider Sprinter and Fast Hands must-haves in just about any build, almost the same way that I would consider Transporter a must-have in almost any build. So no matter what you're doing, I would have Transporter, Sprinter, and Fast Hands. I'm using Dead Presidents to get myself further up into the tree to unlock my ECM Specialist, and I get my Overdrive to open those doors. I think that's very helpful. I don't really play a lot of overkill job, so I don't really have much use for the lockpicking anymore. I used to think it was grand. I used to do a lot of 4 stores. I still do quite a few 4 stores in between things, but it's not... I don't know, I find myself more often than not actually doing the whole map and not minding that I'm having to wait a couple minutes for the drill, because it takes me about 10 minutes now to clear all 4 stores. So I'll probably be doing an updated video on that as well, without the lockpicking. Now here, it's really up to you and your crew. If you are going purely solo, I would recommend going into drill speed. That's just me personally. I fucking hate waiting for those drills. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. That's the one thing that I hate more than anything else in Payday, is waiting for drills. I think that'd be the #1 thing that they should add to add a little bit more flavor to the technician tree. It's great that they want the technician tree to be combat effective, but what they really need to do is allow them to put those sentries down, put those C4 in place, and then have them interact with that drill at a constant rate to speed it up. make it faster, make it like a safe where they're interacting with it constantly, and the time on it just goes down quicker. It takes a guy out of combat. Yes, you're absolutely right. And you know what? If a cloaker comes up and knocks down the other guy you're with, knocks down 3 of the other guys you're with, hey look, a Titan Dozer's out there, you know, you've got to do what you've got to do, and that means you've got to break your concentration, you've got to stop, and the speed of the drill returns to normal. Maybe all the work you did even defaults to normal. Maybe it's some new thermite, you know, and you're placing the paste, and if you fuck up, you not only fuck up, but you lose the paste, something like that. Make it punishing, make it interesting, make it unique. I just, you know, waiting for drills shouldn't be going up and getting a sandwich time for Payday. It shouldn't be alt-tabbing and playing a different time. You want me to be playing your game, not alt-tabbing and doing other things. You know, that's the way to get me involved, keep me involved. Waiting for drills does not keep me involved. So, I think I am going to go for it. I do like those a lot. I might, if you are going into Technician and you're doing Stealth, it's very nice to try to go for you know, with Combat Engineer and the new updates, they highlight the guards for you. They basically become markers that you can place on the map. However, I've already got Sixth Sense. I have already got Chameleon marking. That's a lot of marking. I don't really need to know. The pathing is fairly predictable on these maps as well. That's very helpful for things like Shadow Raid. For a very general build, I don't know that you really need to go into that. Like I said, we've spent a good amount of points in other places on things like that. So what I'm actually going to go for is these weapon improvements here. Now, I don't care about silent drills. That used to be a bigger thing, I think, but nowadays it seems to be a waste. And that's kind of sad to say. I like having them come to me. I like being able to kill them. It's nice to have come to that point again that you feel more comfortable killing, as opposed to just hiding in the corner with your silent drill and hoping that, you know, the unmoving guards don't come to get you. Which means I am left with 12 perfect points for my body bags. However, what this means is that I, at this point, with my current level, I have no points for my mastermind. I like to have Spotter. I like to have the inside man of Control Freak, and Cable Guy is always nice to have in addition to your Winston Wolfe there. You know, regardless whether you're killing them, whether you're tying them up, you're saving money, and you're solving the problem either way. I like this build a lot. You know, it's a very general build, and as I've said, I'm gonna go further into the mastermind tree here. Get Spotter, get Control Freak, get the Cable Guy. Once I've got those, I will go for Endurance. And you know, there's really nothing else that's worth it in the Enforcer tree for a stealth build at all, I don't think. The melee isn't bad. If you can get, if you have the extra points laying around, if you're playing with multiple people and you can afford to go in for the saw, you're going to have quite a few points in here that you're not going to use elsewhere. So I have never been a big expert of the saw. I've always been the ghosty guy in our group, so maybe I'll have a chat with our saw guy and see about making a saw video for you guys as well. Once I am done with my mastermind perks, I will probably be around 85, 86, at which point I will either continue going for these, you know, these upgraded sensor mode, you know, where I can have, you know, basically I'll go straight up this tree. You know, I don't know. There's a lot more variety in the trees now. I like that it's, you know, you could drop these points in Technician right now and pick up Spotter and Inside Man and get almost as much usage out of it. If you had that extra person with you and he was about, you know, playing at your level, you know, he could have those, you could have these. He could, you know, instead of using, you know, only one of you realistically needs ECMs nowadays. The other could have that lock picking, or at least the opening the doors. You could save those points. For rushing, you always want to have the duration, but you'd have those extra 8 points from the ace here to spend over there. It really all just comes down to your playstyle and what you like. As I've said, the core stuff is really, you know, the base couple in each tree are really what I would consider the real essentials, and it just comes down to what you really like. I like to save time with the drills. I like to have extra time with my ECMs and be able to open those doors. And with this new Fugitive tree, I love being able to place the body bags, especially on maps like 4 stores. You know, you get absolutely no use out of an ECM on 4 stores now with Death Wish. There's no ATM, or ATM, excuse me. You know, you have much more versatility. You have it, you know, it's the same as having, you know, if you were, you know, before all these, you know, before Fugitive was added with combat, you could be an enforcer mastermind and have doctor's bags and ammo bags, and you could be a jack of all trades in that aspect and be, you know, be able to say, you know, what's the situation? Let me bring this to the table. Well, before Stealth didn't have that. It was always, well, I guess I'll bring the ECMs because that's all there is. Now you've got options, and I think that's a very, very good thing. I think that's a cool thing to be able to say. I like it. I like it a lot. As far as perk decks go, as you guys can see, I'm still working on mine. Shame to say. Nearly finished with Crook here. Before the respec, I had a chance and I had filled up the Rogue. I really have not been playing too much, but reading the rest, I can tell you there's really no true benefit to Stealth in any of them. They've all got that basic +1 to concealment. As long as you've got that and the walk-in closet for swapping your armor in case you're going to do a, you know, we fucked this up, guys, let's go loud. That's really it. That's all you can do. None of them have any real benefit, plus or minus, to Stealth. You know, the swap between weapons isn't bad. You know, it's really, they're trivial at this point as far as Stealth is concerned. That's the one thing that I'm hoping we can see with the female heister. I think it'd be nice to have a true stealth-oriented perk deck get brought to the table, because, you know, her teaser was, you know, her sitting in that castle with those epic paintings behind her. I hope they bring back a painting heist where she's stealing paintings from a castle. That'd be pretty cool, I think. You know, make it something dramatic, make it something big, make it something flamboyant. She's a woman, for Christ's sakes. Maybe she's, you know, she's snuck into this huge dramatic castle and she's come to steal literally the Mona Lisa from some criminal overlord in Scotland. I don't know. Who knows what the story is going to be behind her? It's all speculation at this point. I've seen some pretty silly things on the Reddit. Someone had pointed out it's C-L-O-V-E-R. C, lover, Chains is lover. It's, you know, Chains' girlfriend from the trailer. I thought that was pretty funny. Again, it's all speculation. Who knows? We'll be surprised when it comes out. I thought it was going to come out with the Halloween update, the way they included her in that, and they let Clover slip there. Who knows whether that was actually a slip or, you know, maybe just an intended overkill Almir wink. They're pretty good at those. Anyways, guys, that I think wraps up my little overview of the skills here. For the most part, I do play solo stealth, so this is a pretty solid build for solo stealth. You can do a lot of things with this. I do most of my stuff solo stealth. It's it's fun. It's really why I do it. It's not the most efficient. Obviously, the most efficient is getting 4 people and ECM rushing, the things that give you the most experience over and over and over again. But really, what's the fun in that? The fun, I think, is actually doing the mission over and over, getting it down pat, understanding where, you know, how everything works, and really just being able to not play the mechanics, but, you know, be the criminal mastermind who is there to rob the shit out of that place. And, you know, you're a ghost, you're a fugitive, you know, I'm out here to rob you blind, and I don't want you to know I'm here doing it. So anyways, guys, I will probably be doing some new videos with the content updates. My Hawk HUD is working, my Paco HUD is working, so I am very happy about those things. If you don't have those, I think I will include a link in the video here. Get them. If you don't have them, get them. Yeah, it's as simple as that. If your computer can handle it, get it. They are phenomenal, and I can't give enough praise to what they add to the game. So, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any particular heists that you want to see in the new setup. I'm really interested in seeing GoBank done solo stealth with the body bags now. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Let me know which ones you want to see next. And as always, happy heisting.